now declare anything goes open for business, which means open for abuse today. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. I am the CEO, the co-founder, the chief cook and bottle washer, the nerd par excellence, a historian of note. And my notes tell me this. Lots of people lie when they come in here. And so today's program is dedicated to Andy Gour, if I'm spelling that right, and Joaquin Vallejo from the Philippines, who was the hand-wringing gun Vallejo's. That's right, his middle name is Wringing of the Hands. We also have other people here like John, who comes and tells me that she's absolutely nothing. So today, because Jeremiah, that's my partner Jeremiah Johnson here. He made a signal error this morning. He said he was trying his best. But damn people, if you want to be a successful baseball player, your best ain't good enough. It has to be the best of the prevailing team members. Isn't that the truth, Jeremiah? I could feel the frisson. And I said, I struck that lightning bolt right between your eyes. He said, Cindy, I'll stand up for you, Jeremiah. I'll tell him how good you are. Don't worry, honey pie. Oh, God. Marriage is an institution. Did you send her out, or did she go valiantly?
Hey. When I'm sleeping, I can't control what goes on.
When I'm sleeping, there isn't such a thing. When I'm sleeping, it doesn't exist. I'm going to get started here on our very special program today. We want every single one of you to join us, and if you don't, I'm going to supply you with the reasons why we're doing this. Is everybody ready? And when I say interactivity, I don't want to see a bunch of dead doormice down. I expect there to be interactivity when I proclaim there should be interactivity. I trust everyone is aware. Before we begin, I want to show you a present that one of our monitors sent me. And this present is being incorporated into my remarks today and received numerous days. For those of you who come, to these meetings and leave without doing anything constructive, give you the banana effect. This banana, and I must say, we want to thank Daniel Fisher for thinking of me, although God knows where we got this card. I must have been in a zoo or something. Daniel knows full well how to titillate the taste buds of a CEO who works late at night and eats anything within stretching distance. Daniel sent me a box of Kellogg's Fruit Loops, actually perfect food for a diabetic. I love them. Cheerios, lunch package is absolutely critical. A box of M&M Trails with peanuts. Not so well with the peanuts, but we have little other little things of it. I must thank you very much. You're the only one with the essence of frivolous, lighthearted, charming, and in full stock of all sorts of things you're not supposed to eat when you're together. But we don't tell them, right? We don't know what we're doing. So, here we go. Every day, people come in the establishment and say the same old thing. I want to establish an internet business. I want it to be successful internationally. I want to do it today. Okay, today. Over the course of nearly 23 years of guiding this establishment through crises and tribulations, fat times and meaner ones, world revolutions, crashes in the financial system, all sorts of other, just sort of a couple of pandemics like Ebola and whatever. We've had lots going on. The one thing I've never accomplished in this job is listening to my customers. The customers aren't right. Balderdash. Anyone who's running an establishment knows that that's rubbish. Some do-gooder, some liberal somewhere in ancient days came up with that. They probably had a term paper they had to turn in the next day to business school. I said, what can I write about? Oh, it's the customers always right. Let me go on record as telling you that that's garbage, was garbage when it was created, it was garbage now. Customers are almost always wrong unless they've made a particular study of your product. And so out of their wrong-headedness emerges a series of bad decisions. It's the bad decisions which create crippling them. So let's start at the beginning, Jeremiah. The customer particularly the uneducated customer, is most always wrong. Hear me out. None of you lives in the audience are going to say, oh, he said, I damn right I am. You think anyone worth their salt wants to spend time with a knucklehead who's a supposed customer? I don't. Jeremiah doesn't. And we shouldn't have to do it either. Well, you want to say something about that? Point number one, the customer is most always wrong. I'm allowing for some that are correct. I see Mama over there has not got his headset on properly, so we're looking to do. Do you want to say, remember, I've already got monkeys. I don't need any more monkeys.
Yes, the customer is most always wrong. They don't know the facts.
They don't know the facts. They don't spend the time to the facts. They don't take into account the video, the exemplary customer service that we have at all levels. And then they complain that they're not making any money. So I'm going to short-circuit the process. The customer is most always wrong, whatever they say to the contrary. Thus, our job becomes enlightening them and making sure. And remember my subsidiary saying, the customer is guilty until proven innocent. In other words, you can assume that they're there to waste your time, to throw you off balance, to take over time and other precious resources which are severely limited. And so, every single day we have people that come in here and say to us, oh yes, I'm surely interested, Dr. Wright. Until I say, do you have $99? And whoa, the Roadrunner cartoon was ever so fast that these people all over the country have discovered that they can run like the wind when it's a question of $99.95. Today, I'm going to ask every single person in this room, whether they be an associate, whether they be a monitor, whether they be a gold package offer, or platinum package owner, I don't care what status you occupy, for this company, you're going to track out now what you're deceiving yourself and dishing out. The human capacity for deception is unparalleled. We can believe anything, and frequently do, sometimes in the very same day, even in the same hour. So, let's begin. Andy, who? Andy, Trinidad and Tobago, are you there? You're going to be my first sacrificial lamb. Please don't get any blood on the carpets either, Andy. It's so disconcerting for the customers. Andy, or are you there? Andy, if you do not respond within 1 minute, we're going to go back to Trinidad. Say this, I have a particularly fond island of Trinidad and Tobago because of Sir Leary Constantine. He's a famous world-class cricketer, the High Commissioner for Trinidad and Tobago when I was in college at St. Andrews. Sir Leary and Lady Constantine were supremely good to me. And of course, I love aristocrats of any kind, shape, nationality, sexual preference, I don't care, just so they have a title of how to participate. Anyone would do. So, Andy, you're stop ahead of the game, because first of all, I know where Trinidad and Tobago are, and secondly of all, if you walk into the main square of the capital city, you will see a statue dedicated to my mentor, who later became Baron Constantine, the first black peer of the British Empire. He's my friend. Now, Andy's not saying a thing. So, now, where? We're waiting for now we go on to a loop. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We go on to Elena. But not stop with just people who are associates. No. Everyone is guilty until proven innocent. And that includes champions, former champions, future champions. Just because you've got a monocle next to your name doesn't mean I care. The Queen says, there is a queen, and then there is all the rest. So I'm going to say that. And here there is a king, and then there is everybody else. So, let's get into the... And I must say, I'm really sick of getting these year Avast expires in a day. This company is bugging the hell. Does anybody else have problems with us getting rid of their pop-ups? It's most irritating. And we're going to get rid of them again. They do 64th, and now they write in pencil, recommended by the owner of VAS, of course. VAS was, of course, a word that never used. VAS, matey! And I think that this company is living up to its piratical antecedents. Well, Jeremiah, what do you think? My scheme today, digging into the heads of all these people.
Great, Dr. Lant. We got Henrietta Joanne Martinez. Please type hi in the chat bar.
Yes, I'm trying to put this up there.
Elizabeth.
Because I hear distinct sounds of monkey sounds in the background. Daniel, did you buy two? It would be like him to have one of his in mind. How do you get rid of these things? I prefer something like nuclear war. They won't be able to remove this pesky thing. What we talking about before? They're going to lists. In Trinidad and Tobago, you're ahead of the game, and if you play your cards right with us, you'll own the Trinidad and Tobago. The islands are the size of a postage stamp, and yet they bear the same voting rate in the United Nations as the United States. Whoever dreamed of that was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still waiting to hear from Andy Gore. Andy, we can't help you if you don't speak to us.
Lant thinks it's just like a spider in the middle of the page. You can't get rid of it, and that will bring down your house. There we go. Okay, we're ready to carry on. And Andy Gore, I'm waiting for you to speak to me. And here's the first thing. I know that the likelihood of Andy Gore succeeding on the internet is negligible. Maybe 5%, maybe 2%. And let me tell you why Andy Gore will fail. He hasn't understood what the internet means to our civilization. The internet is not a device, it's a transformational technology. And many, many people fail to understand that. People like the governments of France, Germany, Russia, England. Look at the picture. Many were called, few chosen. George Kosch stood on the, and I was so proud of him as we began to understand that the British missed the call for the internet. The French, ooh la la, predominated in their life. The internet didn't signify. The Italians, the Spanish, the Portuguese, the Russians, the Polish, the Chinese, the Japanese, the British, the Norwegians, the Swedes, you get the picture, missed the boat. And so I don't blame Andy for being misinformed, ill-informed, uninformed. What I do blame Andy for is he has made no effort to familiarize himself with what he do. That means familiarizing himself with what we do. Because we're on his side and he doesn't know it. And he's going to go throughout his life having missed the boat. The way the government of Her Britannic Majesty missed the boat. The way the government of the Français missed the boat. And I'm proud that we did not miss the boat. So Andy, I'm giving you 1 minute now, and then I'm tossing you out. Because people, kind people, have other things to do than wait on your pleasure when you do not do the basic things that you need to do. And so Andy, I'm pointing the finger at you. You're the problem. not here, not the internet, not the economy, not the value of the land, which was always a joke of a currency anyway. The bottom line is this. Andy doesn't know enough to say, how do you do, Mr. Jeremiah? How do you do, Dr. Lant? Can you help me? And then listen to what we have to say. We say it swiftly. We say it succinctly. We say it concisely. We say it with great motion and great eloquence. Jeremiah, I give you the first culprit of the day, Andy from Trinidad and Tobago, where the former government head, Sir Louis Constantine, and then Lord Constantine, flourishes in the town square of Trinidad. I listened to Sir Leary, I promise, of a particular kind in my high school, in my college days. Andy listens to no. Jeremiah, let's hear your soliloquy, your aria on this matter.
It's simple. If you can't even follow the simple directions we're giving him, how's he supposed to make it online?
Because Andy believes in a gigantic international tooth fairy that lives in Tooth Fairyville, way out beyond Saturn. And in Tooth Fairyville, all your goals are immediately, instantaneously made true. And Andy, if you believe that, and I know that you do, you're a crackpot. And now we move on to the next thing. And Andy, so long as Andy maintains this position of non-helpfulness, and is sunk. There's nothing you and I can do, because we're 5 billion people on our Christmas card list, and that's a lot of presents, a lot of Christmas presents. And Andy's not getting one. He went wrong. He went wrong. He didn't do his homework. He didn't study. He didn't advance the propositions of where he needed help. He didn't do anything extra to assist his advance. He did nothing, and then came to us as if we were supposed to rescue him. I'm leaving the rescue business to God himself, not to Andy, and certainly not to me. Now we carry on a bit, and we have Elena. Elena is now comfortably ensconced in the video. The sad fact of the matter is that too few people watch that video. We say again, watch the video! If you want to achieve success, then follow the friggin' information, the steps, nice, elegant, practical, utilitarian, and profitable. But they go, I can't do it. So they're in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. In 3 minutes, they pop in, they're out, they're in, they're out, they're in, they're out. It's like a famous fight between Dempsey in the 1930s. He's up, out, he's in, he's out, he's up, down, up, up. Elena, should you
how many people can't sit through the video?
Can't sit through it. They don't even know what a video is. Maybe if we had some Kardashians, maybe if we had a few Kardashians dashing about through the thing. My friend Professor Dobb, who likes sharing the cultural effluvia of our religion with me, said, Dr. Lant, he always calls me Dr. Lant after 40 years when he means to impress me upon something great to do. Dr. Lant, I've been doing some homework. Oh, Robert, yes. He said, watching the Kardashians. Now, you have to understand that my friend is very, very straight-laced and very scientific. And he told me something so shocking. I had no idea that the Kardashians were into making pornography, or near to it doesn't make any difference. People always have time for pornography, but people don't have time for the education that will secure them in any life. Now, you figure that out, Mr. Jeremiah, and I'll give you a buck. Want to characterize these times, or make a comment on these points?
Sadly, that's the way of the world. That's all I can say about that.
I'm sorry, but I just don't think those guys. If I were going to watch pornography, by God, I don't want good pornography. I don't want those Kardashians. They look like people who robbed the money out of a till in a dress shop and took over the company. But
well,
we must give them the benefit of the doubt. It's that too, is right. And as I saw the Kardashians the other day, Robert was saying about it, I said, I remember my father's famous line, this shall pass. My rejoinder was, when, Daddy, We go on to Fidya, who, if I'm not mistaken, is from the Russian Federation, or certainly sounds like it. Fidya has been here many times, and has been absolutely squatted. Yes, he sits there in the order form, and that's worth absolutely nothing. that and a couple of bucks would get you some bad coffee at Starbucks. And I want to say to all monitors, members, just because they're sitting on the order form doesn't mean they're ordering. They could simply be getting in out of the rain. In fact, I think most of them are so dim that they wouldn't even know that when we get to one side. People, just because they're on the order form, doesn't mean they're placing an order, doesn't even know what they would be ordering if they were placing an order. Again, you should comment on that.
But everybody does, because most people that come in here are so worried about what the price is before they even understand what the whole concept of it is.
One day, JP Morgan, the famous, the richest man in America at the time, was asked what the cost was of running his boat, the Corsair. And he said, he looked down his aqualine nose and said, "Sir, I have to ask, you cannot afford it." That's been my impression of everything since that day. If you're coming in here and telling us that $99 is going to bake the bread and your children will go hungry, I suggest you drop everything and go look at the nearest convenience store you can find access to.
Well, and what I like to say to Dr. Lant is, what business where can you start a business for $100? You tell me where else you can start a business for $100 and I want to go there.
Well, shall I say this, the lack of economic insight and balance of these people, so-called projects, is astronomical. This has proven to me that we're raising a generation of economic morons who can't even balance a checking account, don't know anything about mortgages, stocks, bonds, utilities.
See the joy of it, though? They're going to learn all that. They're going to learn how to balance their checkbook once they come in here with us, you know? It's going to be...
I'll strike a blow for margin. I used to teach at Harvard University. I am a Harvard man. You know the expression, you can always tell a Harvard man, you just can't tell him very much. That's the truth. I don't take orders from anyone. I can be persuaded, I can be motivated, but I cannot be cajoled or wheedled. And all of you who try to do it have all met your match in me. What the people joining our community need to know is we are an essence, oasis, huge international oasis in the middle of dreary idiocy, morons, people who know up and down and wouldn't be bothered to learn if it was drilled into their heads. The level of education in the world has never been less, and considering all the trillions of dollars we spend on it, it's a disgrace that we have got so little work product that we can be. So, one of the, shall I say, subsidiary benefits of World-Profit is that we teach you about all aspects of the economy, your personal economy, your personal way, how to develop multiple income streams. And I'm going to be very keen on that. It was suggested to me some years ago that I was the inventor of the phrase multiple income streams. Even might have been so. What it means is that you don't live on one income. No wealthy person, and hear me well, no wealthy person lives on one income. Not done. Unheard of. Even Bill Gates, when he began to diversify his portfolio for Microsoft stock, started to build multiple income streams. The richest man in the world, who's ever been the richest man in the world, will always be the richest man in the world, finds that healthy. But by God, who am I disagreeing with? Bill Gates, whose office is right across the street from where I'm speaking to you today. Bill Gates' effluvia, his sentiment, his joie de vivre, his dying point, challenging nature is in my neighborhood, and it is threads through the entire environment. Now let's see what we've got going on. All right? All right? Good. Let's go back now and talk Chet. Chet, you're on the World-Profit Live Business Center Anything Goes program. We have Gaitov from Crane. We shall continue our analysis of why they won't make it. They will come up with every obstacle known to man. They will say, but there could be an ice flow like in the year 2006. Yes, there could be. There might be nothing at all. The people who are bound to lose and fail are the ones who look at the so-called creative excuses, which clearly indicate they do nothing. If you cannot see the benefit of working off a world profit, the monitors will tell you again what the benefit is. If you still can't see, then get out. We are not here to replace the poor education that you have. And it pains me no end. I look at the amount of money spent for public education and the results that we get. I am not here as an educator to resupply those laws, but I am here to move it along. And if I find you're not writing, you're not thinking straight, you're going to be called on it. I have a Harvard degree, and I use it like a club. Keep that in mind. For those purists, I have 2 degrees. Now, let's carry on. We're going to try very hard. We try to get, yes. Lou Dove from Maine. Chet from the US of A. I'm calling you. I have in my pocket for each of you a successful international website for internet business. No one else can say this very clearly. You find me another company that does even half of what we do, and I'll give you our services free for a year. We've had this laid down this challenge for 8 or 10 years. George one day, so years ago, jumped up in the middle of the road and said, all right, you doubters, all you people who know so much, I challenge you, find me a company that does as much as we do for you at the low price. And you know, of course, there wasn't such company. And we owe a lot to Lee Iacocca, who said, if you can find a better car, buy it. He wasn't afraid of having the goofball leave the showroom without cars. Our job is not to put all these people to work. Our job is to sort through the people and find the people that deserve to be helped. And that is not so many people that come in here. Now we've got Chet here. Chet from the US of A. Chet, you say amen. I trust that means you are one of our disposition. Jeremiah and I are going to bring you into this company now. You have been here. You've been here before. You did not join us. And I'm going to ask you a question, Chet. Are you now ready to join us? And join the connoisseur set? Connoisseurs are people of discriminating value, discriminating intelligence, and discriminating effort. I am a connoisseur. Jeremiah is a connoisseur. Never thought of living in Minnesota, dealing with all those smells, but now we come to that. But he's a connoisseur. All right, Mr. Jeff.
We'll see about that.
Do you have $100 to join us today? Do you have $100 today to begin? Good. Here's what's going to happen. You watch the video. Jeremiah's going to give you the offer. I'm going to tweak to get you started on the road to success, and you too will join the Success Brigade and rain condescension on these people, these pitiable people who think doing is a passport to prosperity. I'm here to tell them different. Jeremiah, carry on.
Hey, Chet, you did watch the whole video, correct? Okay, well, you're going to want to first watch our whole video. It's 7 minutes long. Watch that whole video and come back out here to us. Okay, we'll see you back here in 7 minutes. Calling Paul Jones from the United Kingdom. Pauline Jones, if you can hear me, just type pi in the chat bar.
Sorry? He shortly. Don't wait for me. course, don't wait for me. Please wait for me. You realize what? Good. You see, when guests come to visit me, dear Maya, they think that I'm not. They think I'm playing with. What do you do, Dr. Benjamin? Oh, I see you listen to books, and you go to concerts every day, and you scream at people a good deal. But what do you actually do? People, I'm changing the whole freaking universe with the good help and assistance of Mr. Kosch, technology wizard, Sandy Hunter, who's a saint. I just call it the saint. When that saint goes marching in, I want to be in that number when that saint goes marching in. So, we were talking, did you give Mr.
Yeah, Chet
Shea, what did he do?
Yeah, he didn't see our whole video, so I put him in the video for me offer.
You see, even there, people, the worst people in the world are the know-it-alls who know nothing. Most of them went to public school, too, at our expense. We're calling here Errol, Dieselbert, Chet, Elena, Yanubov, and so on. And I am not happy with these numbers, people. We should be running 300, at least 250 people through every minute of the day, even more during the hot spots of the day. And what does this prove me? That the people want the tree to plant itself, water itself, fertilize itself, grow itself, chop down itself, put the leaves in little albums for the children, and all without the help of any human beings everywhere. It ain't gonna happen. I just heard the fatal words. Okay, we'll come to my kitchen. Mr. Justice is making noise. No, not here. Oh, so getting back to my point. They think I'm playing with them, that I have a preschool here. That I have my little buddies all over the world that I play with all the time. Which in a sense is right, but it's also egregiously wrong. We change the world. If you'll let us, we'll change yours. Now, we have, oh, goody.
Welcome back, Jack.
Jack, this is Dr. Lant, the CEO. I'm here with Jeremiah Johnson. We've come to bring you to prosperity. Jack, ready to work with us? Are you ready to work with us, Jack? Now I'm going to tell the story of Jack. You all know Jack and the bean sprouts, right? This is Jack and the meager beans. This is Jack and how the beans all together. Jack, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to come down, and then I'm going to tell you a story as I know and understand it. You ready? Let's all encourage Jack to come down and face the music.
Come on, Jack.
Because Jack doesn't even
Come on,
believe in
say hello.
The business necessity of having a last name, which is Jack. This is not helpful. Hello, my name is Jack, and I'm in the bowling league down here at Chillicothe, and I'm going to play out here tonight, and I'm wearing my Elvis bling here. That, you don't want any more objects of that kind. Are you with me? Let me begin to tell the story. One day, a man named Jack decided that he wanted to have business. He was broke all the time. He couldn't believe it. Money was flowing through his hand. Of course, the fact that he spent money on a lot of times for the lottery, cigarettes, and permitting a family environment. Yes, he hits just only go. Jim said that go. His mom wore him out. In the big scam, $1 million, Jack. And boy, with you, that dynamic smile and that energy level will certainly succeed. Racks up $250. The guy disappears to Albania within the hour. Jack gets nuts. But Jack doesn't learn. Jack doesn't understand about, yes, education, training, steps to achieve results. And so Jack goes in essence, invest, I use the word low, so invest, and I say usually in another scam where he drops $1,000 and gets nothing. But it was colorful. It had lots of pictures, lots of colors on the website. No, those cute little bunnies that were featured on the paper. Oh, they were so charming. Jack lost another bunny. Jack has, at this point, nothing to show for it but red ink, more magenta ink, pink ink, Rosetta ink, every color of the rainbow, so long as it's red, it represents Jack's time on the internet. Now he comes to World Profit. Well, we are scrupulously honest. We make no promises we can't back up. But here's one promise I'm with you. For the last almost 23 years, World Profit has never missed a month, a payment, never owed a dime, even in the terrible days of the 2008 recession. On time every day that was due. In general, behave with fiduciary caution, fidelity, and good common sense, which, my father tells me constantly, there's nothing more rare than common sense. Jeremiah, what do you think about a company that, even in the midst of the most terrible recession of our lifetime, paid regularly, paid on time, never stiffed a person for a penny?
A stand-up company to me, Dr. Lant, unlike most out there.
Now, if you can find me another company that has paid as regularly, as conservatively, because with money, in the making of money, you wish to be liberal. In the conservatorship and spending money, you must be conservative. Every one of us must be liberals and conservatives at the same time, depending on where our money is in the train of money options. Now, our friend, let's see, we have,
Did you watch your whole video?
Now I wish he didn't watch that video. People like Jack don't have time. They're far too important to watch videos and ask. Oh, Chet. Chet's my friend. Chet, you are my friend. Live up to the appellation, I mean it. Now, Chet, are you ready to join us today? And has he heard the offer, Jeremiah, or not?
He has not. I'm going to go through the offer with him right now.
Now, hold on a moment, please. Chef, you've told us that you have $100. I'm just confirming that is the case. Is that the case? And I want to talk to all the other people on the right-hand side. For those of you who have failed miserably, you deserve to fail, and fail you did. I want you to listen to Jeremiah like your life on the internet depended on it, because it does. Jeremiah, you have the complete attention of all the people in this place, those who want to make now.
Hey, Chet. You ready for the offer? Here goes. You say you finished our silver membership presentation video, and that's great. And you already know the awesome offer we've got for you. If you order in the next 10 minutes, Chet, you're going to get the $1,500 bonus offer that was made in the video. Plus, you can e-blast any website or offer to our 90,000 subscriber and growing list each and every month. You're going to get over 500 landing pages, over 1,500 real traffic sources. You're also going to have live monitors just like myself and Dr. Lant, who are going to start closing your sales, and we're not going to charge you anything for doing that, Chet. Okay? Finally, your commission earnings are from 20 to 100%. Now, Chet, do remember this offer is made once and once only to you. But wait, there is still more. This is absolutely spectacular. It's called a money machine. Now you can have your very own 50,000 product Amazon store on your website worth almost $400. Now, this does come free with your silver package, Chet. You're going to be the very first anywhere in the world with this incredible feature. Moreover, we're going to train you how to squeeze the money from this store, okay? This comes with our highest recommendation, and quite frankly, you'd be crazy not to grab it. Click on the right red box that says Order Now, and your Amazon store is included. Bonus also includes 50 associates placed directly underneath you. Now, these are 50 people off of Dr. Lant's personal list that are going to be placed underneath you in your downline. Anytime they buy or sell anything, Chet, you're going to get the commission for it, okay? Now, there is still more, just to kind of recap here. You're going to get the 500 landing pages, over 1,500 real traffic sources, our sales closing center 24 hours a day, over 110 training lessons, 50 members placed under you now. We're going to be able to e-blast to our 90,000 subscribers each and every month, over 100,000 ad credits every month, 3 Facebook marketing courses on how to generate thousands of leads using Facebook marketing. And remember, Chet, you can use these resources to generate leads and traffic for any business you're liking. Okay? So upgrade to your silver membership now, and you can be on your way to earning consistent income now. Your package includes traffic, leads, trusted advertising sources, a comprehensive online training program that is second to none you will find nowhere else but Worldprofit, plus our sales closing assistance that's 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. No other company offers you this, but Chet, Worldprofit's ironclad backing is based on our over 20 years in the business. Upgrade to your silver membership now and receive the bonus offer with all the privileges and exclusive freebies. Everything's targeted here.
I have more to give. Chet, what do you think of this so far? Are you impressed? Are you awestruck? This is not a magnificent program, and it is universal. You will sit in your living room, at home, in the comfort of your home, and you will run an international business, deriving revenue from the entire world. And we will be with you every step of the way, as we have been for over 2 million members for over 23 years. We are not born yesterday. We have the lumps and bruises to prove it. Now, I'm going to give you more. You seem like a fairly reasonable fellow. At least you're not too overtly hysterical. Many of our customers, oh my God, Chet, that $99, I can't bear it. My order from the Vermont Country Store came today. I spent $140 on candy. Now, for people who are monitoring my hygiene or whatever, it's sugar-free, most of it, but anyway, the worst of this. $140 for candy, and we charge $99.95 for the rich of the world. I'll tell you what, in one of my honest opinion, we're stupid. We should raise the cost by a factor of 10 and see how they like it. Now, this is what we want to tell you also. You're going to get 100 customers, not 50, 100. And you're going to get a copy of my 19th book, Net Profits. It tells you exactly how to make money on the net, no ifs, ands, or buts. So, Chet, you've got 7 minutes to make this happen. You're going to click on the bright red box that says Order Now. You want option 1, the monthly option. And by the way, there is no further, I mean, this is it. It's a one-time only offer. We will not repeat. Jeremiah, you want to direct Chet to the order form? Yeah.
Okay, Chet is on the order form. On the first page there, Chet, you just leave it on silver. And that's going to take you to the second page of the order form where you select option 1. That's a monthly option. And underneath that, you check terms and conditions. Now, all that says, Chet, is we have no contract here. You are free to come and go as you please. We don't take nothing from you unless you give it to us. Okay? And then just your payment method, whether it be credit card or PayPal. We'll have you up and running here in just a couple of minutes.
Couple of minutes for a lifetime of profit. I got into Worldprofit 23 years ago to make money. A lot of money. And I asked George Kosch, our brilliant chief technical officer, if there was any money in this thing called the net. He said, more than you can imagine. And he was right. He offered me a proposition that I could have offered to you. Blood, toil, tears, and sweat. And you always said, my God, get me out of this place. You need work. Yes, you're going to conquer the world. You're going to have the money, but it costs money. It takes work. Do you know how many people walked out on multi-million-dollar fortunes that day? If you had stayed with us that day 23 years ago when we lost this thing, we'd all be millionaires. And now you want to ask yourself, you're going to miss this boat? The government of France missed it. The government of Germany missed it. The government of Her Majesty the Queen missed it. So now you're traveling the bit, Mr. Jeremiah. You want to say something?
No, I'm just going to ask Elena if she's seen our whole video. Okay, Chet. Chet's about to welcome our newest silver package member here, Chet.
And then we're going to do a little Harvard teaching moment. And I know you all love my Harvard teaching moment so much. You've asked me to do hundreds, thousands more. And I fully intend to. Harvard teaching moment is included in my alma mater, Harvard University, across the street. It's where the professors have something particular to say to the students, and the students often have something particular to say to each other, and I'm a full professor of that particular history. So, we're waiting for Chet, and now we're going to continue our waltz through ineptitude. Helena, my patience with you is about dwindling to nothing. Now let me tell you about Elena. Elena doesn't have a last name. She's afraid. She's afraid that she's going to be taken. And so, by the very act of being fearful, she chooses the company most likely to scam her, because it has the best and most soothing promises. Scammers are excellent copywriters. They're supremely good thieves. They're wonderful for moving money from point A to point B. How many of you in this room at this time have suffered from the undoubted talents of scammers on the internet? How many? How many of you have suffered from the undoubted talents? Didn't it frost you when you discovered that the talents were being put to this disqualification of you? You were the victim. Imagine that. Dr. Lant, when I came in here, I lost $15,000. I didn't know what to do, so I went on and wasted another $15,000. I wasted $30,000 and I felt much better. People, get serious. We want you to succeed. Making your money is the primary objective of this company. It is and always has been. If you come in here and you do not join us, that is a signed declaration saying you are stupid. And if you want to take me to task for a word which is in the English, Oxford English Dictionary, go right ahead. If it's in the OED, it's in my vocabulary. Can you see that? Now let's find out what
Mohammed.
Elena. Oh, which of the many? Mohammed. Minal. Jeremiah will figure all the syllables. I'm waiting.
We'll just call him Mohammed.
Talk to
Mohammed, just type hi or hello in the chat bar. Elena jumped off the plane without a parachute.
I wanted to say again, you folks are slitting your own throats. This room ought to be crawling. When the CEO comes up, this room should be crawling. When one of our challenging, competitive candidates for the sales leadership coming up, this room ought to be crammed. How little you folks understand. We generate the leads. We use the landing pages. We talk to the leads. We sell the leads. We work with the leads. What the friggin' are you people doing for the money? If you want to make money, then get leads in here. Cram this place with every kind of person. You know, I can be extremely charming and extremely effective and larger than life. Well, get your people in here so that I can do that, so that Jeremiah can do that. It's a disgrace when we have such great monitors, and may I say, such a handsome and challenging, gifted CEO, that we do not have 5 times, 6 times, 100 times more people in here. They need us. We do not need them, but they need us. And that alone is enough that you have to consider. Jeremiah, we continue with our waltz through the chaos of the average person here on this site. We now are at, and this thing, Margaret Hart, something, Halverson, let's try Sal. Let's go with Hal. Let's go to the Marines again. Margaret Halverson. All right. Mohammed, this is Dr. Lant.
Congratulations, Jeff.
And we have a new member. I want a round of applause and resounding word. He acted where you people said. He didn't wait for the burning of Rome to build a new house. And Chet, I hope in the near future you become a World Profit Monitor and come work with Jeremiah and myself to uplift the economic position of the world. That's what we're doing. Now, I want to speak to Mohammed. Mohammed, hear me well. Listen to me. You need $100 to become a member of this community. $100. Do you have $100 at this moment? Do you have $100 at this moment, Mohammed? And now we get to tell the Mohammed story. Well, no, $100. I don't have $100. I never saw $100. I don't even know what $100 is. I don't know what it looks like, and I can't imagine having it. This, friends, is melodrama of the cheapest, most lurid variety. And we have Muhammad is in the United States. Is that true?
Muhammad's in the Islamic Republic.
Oh, yes, the Islamic Republic. I'm just throwing comment on that. Muhammad is going to toss you $100 to join our community. I urge you to get the $100 together and return so that we can work you in. You will find it astonishingly helpful, valuable, congenial, and profit-making. Let us continue with our sachet down the walls, down the walks of people who failed or are likely to do so. First off, we've got to congratulate our new boy Jeff. We love him to death. He's going to be my all-time new favorite, Jeremiah, so keep that in mind. We want to speak to Anthony Slusen, is that right?
Stevenson,
thank you. Old age, you know, when you get to be old my age, anything is possible except eyes at work. Anthony Stevenson, you've been here before. Reportedly, you've watched the video. Why haven't you joined us? Anthony is our number one priority right now. Bring you into this company now. No more excuses. No more dead heads. No more promises that don't keep. No more excuses. Anthony, are you up to this? What do you think about that? He's been here before. He's watched the video before, and he's focusing on you. Speak to that.
Procrastinators don't get anywhere. You got to act. And check. You should be getting 2 emails from Worldprofit. You're gonna want to check your emails now. Once you get the 2 emails, you need to log out of here completely.
New tax information.
And also keep your receipt from Worldprofit. It is tax deductible. Okay.
State and federal level.
State and federal level.
Now,
and once you get them 2 emails, you'll be able to log in as a dealer.
We should speak to Margaret Halverson, which is not going to happen. Mary Katz. We should continue with our walk down memory lane. Other people come in here and they say, not today. And I say, why not? You know, my questions are predictable. They were designed for knuckleheads to be brought home face to face with what they were doing to destroy their own businesses. And let me say something very clear. If you read the newspapers today, and I know most of you don't, one of the most interesting things I've discovered is people are terrified by what they pick up outside their front door. They don't want to hear about the latest beheading. They don't want to hear about the collapse of the Greek economy. They don't want to hear about what Angela Merkel is going through to keep it cobbled together. They don't want to hear any of this. What they want to hear is endless renditions of, but it's a small world after all, it's a small world after all, it's a small world after all, which for those of you who are culturally combated, the theme song for the Walt Disneyland in Southern California. It's designed for people who drank far, far, far too much sugar for breakfast and are suffering because of this. Mr. Jeremiah, we can take Mohammed. He's still here within 1 minute. Mohammed, 1 minute, and then you go. You need $100. $100. And I need to see from you folks that there's more promotion going on. I need to feel that love. And insofar as you love me, so you will love the results from your own undertakings. Jeremiah is crippled. It just makes me such a degree of rage I can hardly believe it. When the people come in and they're not promoting anything. They say, well, they promoted on Thursday, and I promoted on month ago, and I had 2 days when I was thinking, hello. This is not a business. This is a joke. Or as they know it, this is a yoke.
Abu Hamid.
What are the yokes? Poor Muhammad. Do you think that's true? The degree of self-deception is at a record level and personified in the United States. Our country has gone from a great, capable of great activities to a country that doesn't even know it's our next war is going to be fought. Right now in Washington, they're not figuring out how to make schools better. Let's figure out where we can afford. How about Bolivia? We haven't been invaded Bolivia. How about Ceylon? It's small and it'll make good headlines. This is what the people in Washington think about. What I think about is putting money in your pocket. We can do that. We have what is called a supranational organization, meaning that it exists outside the realm of any particular country, although our corporate papers are filed in Canada. International organization has its own purposes. Ours is to uplift people who live in dangerous zones, Ebola zones, the different civil wars that are going on, the different economic collapses that are going on. It all spells bad news, and we must step in. Oh my, here we go.
Welcome back, Margaret Helberson from the video. And Lyubov from Ukraine. We need to hear from you folks. Are you folks ready for the offer? Bring you both into this community now.
We have to bring up Miss Patrice Porter at this time for a and bow, and then you will follow Patrice. And do you stay on the? Okay. Do you stay with me now, or does Patrice stay?
I'm only up. Sharon comes up after me.
Well, good. Then before I go down, I shall tweak your nose for sure. Miss Patrice Porter, please come up and take a bow.
Good day again, Dr. Lant. Another rousing program with the and great. We've got a new member here.
Well,
smart one. Took advantage of the offer, and hopefully Margaret's going to be the next.
Stevie Wonder's famous song. Isn't he lovely? Isn't he wonderful? I create lovely, talented, spearheaded people who go out and make money for themselves, for their families, and to uplift their countries, and to offer basket cases. And Patrice had a bit of a problem with that initially. She wanted to give them the Taj Mahal and the silver plate. She wanted to give them lifetime free meals. She wanted to give them all the clothes over their back. They couldn't make them because expected to do it in a year. And it's supposed to have too many people with no clothes over their back. But leaving that to one side. When did you learn that business is not just about the marketer? It is about the customer. And I don't mean whether they have money or not. I mean their willingness to engage in constructive enterprise agreement. How long did it take? What did you learn that that was the case?
Oh, well, I know that your article that the you can lead a horse to water, but that was a real eye opener for me. And just working with you, Dr. Lant, we see, you know, what it is, and the people coming in here, and the ones that are serious and are really seriously looking for an online business. That's where our efforts should be concentrated, to help them find success, and the others that are just playing around, not to spend the time and energy on them. So it's
I don't mind that a grasshopper is a grasshopper. That doesn't bother me. What I blame is the grasshopper deceiving us all into believing the grasshopper is an ant, full of industrious behavior and ambition. That bothers me. And I'm going to paint the fickle finger of fate, and I'm going to point it at people in the audience and say, this is you we're talking about. This is not something that, of course, they get all huffy and jump and stuff. The heebie-jeebies as they had them out of the room. So imagine being in Hollywood, Hollywood Boulevard, for the Brahms Chinese Theater this week for the Academy Awards, and the spotlights are immense, and their teeth, after they come down and you sweat. I want these people to sweat. I want to realize that we do our bit and more than our bit. What are they doing? What has Mohammed done that is worth commenting upon? And all the other folks. And I am made a vow myself for my 68th birthday. It was kind of a New Year's Eve for being 68.
Yeah.
It said, I will tell the truth about customers obstructing their way, getting in their own way, tripping over themselves, and dreaming, and then stating that they're intelligent about the process. Let's not go that far.
Often that's what we need, is a mirror, a mirror held up in front of us so we can actually see what we're doing. And then with the help and guidance to get you on the right track and get you on your way to success. And if anybody wants to watch the replay of today's program, it'll be up on the YouTube channel Patrice Porter, and also up on our World Profit Tube at www.worldprofittube.com. And you can check out my Home Business Central at www.20waystoprofit.com. And I've also used the tools and resources here at World Profit to help people create abundance by gardening at www.20waystoprofit.com. And with that, I'll say my adieus till the next Anything Goes. Bye for now.
Oh, it's good to have Patrice back. Much though I value her family relations, and she goes on holidays to see her grandchildren. I miss her so, because our program is always better letting more fishing for her tender loving care. Jeremiah, come up and we shall end this program now. If you did not accept our offer of the day, consider yourself a fool. And as the word fool is in the Oxford English Dictionary, so I shall use it accordingly. We have absolutely everything you require, absolutely everything you need, or shall need. And as new needs, necessities are on the net, George Kosch will be there, whipping up with such seeming ease the tools that will keep this company light years ahead of everyone else, including, may I say again, the governments of Russia, Germany, Italy, France, Spain, Ireland, and Her Majesty's government in the United Kingdom. These are people, these are whole nations that did get the food and how it would work. George Kosch was there. He knew. He built accordingly. All of you benefit. Only to come a cropper when you don't promote. Promote! 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 It's not just it's a privilege. It's not an obligation, it's a privilege. Money, promote. And don't tell me that you've done, you did it 2 days ago, and you did it when it was snowing in Massachusetts, and you did when it was very cold in Miami. I want to hear you say that you've done it hour by hour, day by day, week by week, without exception. And I believe we're seeing some of that play itself out in a tremendously exciting sales contest for this month. Mr. Jeremiah Johnson is in second place, and he will be exercising his youthful charms and all that sugar that he's imbibing, all those coffees that he's been imbibing to win the contest. And JJ, it follows to you for your final words this afternoon.
I want to thank everybody for having me today. I'm going to welcome up Sharon Somerville. She's one of our excellent senior monitors. And thank you, Dr. Lant, for all you do for us. And I'll see everybody later.
My boy, I wouldn't quit this job if they gave me only $1 a year.